Peace, 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 family. My name is Michael Jordan, and I am the Sirius Alchemist. Back with another video, Thursday night book reviews. Today, I got a really good book to review. It's going to be kind of controversial. You know, some people going to agree with it and some people ain't, but that's just life. You know, that's just the way the cookie crumbles. So to get into it, the name of the book is Green Gold. Green Gold, The Tree of Life, Marijuana in Magic and Religion by Chris Bennett, Lynn Osborne, and Judy Osborne. That's right, family. Green Gold, The Tree of Life, Marijuana in Magic and Religion. That's right, family. So, you know, a lot of people out there saying, you know, how bad marijuana is for you, and you know what I'm saying, it's the gateway drug, and well, you know, which it is the gateway drug, but not the way they say it. You know what I'm saying? Marijuana is a very, very spiritual drug. And I wouldn't even classify it as a drug. I would classify it as an herb, first off. Let's start there. But this book right here, family, you probably won't be able to find this book nowhere. And if you do find it, it's going to cost you. It's really going to cost you. Trust me. And this book really changed my thoughts on smoking marijuana. It really changed my thoughts. Because for a long time, I thought smoking marijuana was a sin, you know, because I grew up in the church, you know what I'm saying? And that's what they said in the church, that it was, you know, it was sinful. It was worldly and blah, 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 whoop-de-woo, whoop-de-woo, whoop-de-woo. So when I got this book right here, family, changed my whole view on everything when it comes to marijuana. So I'm going to read this passage. You know how I always do for the family. I always read something out of the book. So, you know, something that might, you know, jog something in them that make them want to go out and get it. Because the book is worth it, family. This book is worth every penny. And I'm not going to tell you how much I paid for it, but I paid a pretty penny for it. But if you can find it, family, get this book if you can find it. It's a very hard to find. I think it's out of print, rare out of print book. But anyway, I want to read this. This is on page 41 too. So if anybody ever gets the book, this is page 41. One of the fundamental texts of Hinduism, the Rig Veda, from 1500 BC said, drug plants preceded even the gods by 3 ages. Cannabis was a gift from the gods, who spilled a drop of nectar onto the earth. Where it touched the ground, the hemp plant sprouted. You hear that, family? That's just a little piece in here from the book Plants of the Gods by Schultz and Hoffman. That's just an excerpt, a paragraph in here, and I'm going to read it one more time so y'all can understand this. One of the fundamental texts of Hinduism, the Rig Veda, from 1500 BC said, drug plants preceded even the gods by 3 ages. Cannabis was a gift from the gods, who spilled a drop of nectar onto the earth. Wherever it touched the ground, the hemp's plant and sprouted. So, family, I want to say, before these Europeans came and took our land from us and enslaved us and kidnapped us and enslaved us and did what they did to us and put all these spells on us, right? Marijuana was an industry, big industry for us. It was big industry for us. We made clothes out of it, family. We made ropes out of it. We smoked with it. We made drinks. We made this drink called Bang. A lot of people say Soma. The drink, the spiritual drink Soma was made from it. You feel me? But right here is telling you that one of the fundamental texts of Hinduism, the Rig Veda from 1500 BC, said drug plants preceded even the gods by 3 ages. Cannabis was a gift from the gods, who spilled a drop of nectar onto the earth. Where it touched the ground, the hemp plant sprouted. Right? Check that out. And this is on the other page, on the other side, family. On page 40, it says, Supplies sent by the family of the bride to the bridegroom's party during their 7-day sojourn include a supply of bang. The name of the father who neglects to send bang is held in contempt. Again, after the wedding, when the bridegroom and his friends are entertained at the house of the bride, richly spiced bang is drunk by the guests. Among the Pardeshi of North Indian Hindus, a Bombay bang is not only given at weddings, but the Pardeshi who fails to give his visitor bang is despised by his caste as mean and miserable. You know what I'm saying? So at the weddings, they was getting fucked up. You know what I'm saying? They was lighting up, or they was putting it in a drink and they was drinking this bang. Either way, they was getting faded. It's no different than like we put it in candy and cookies and brownies and shit like that. Same, you know, same kind of shit. So they have bang at the wedding. You feel me? And as you can see, all these tabs in here. So that lets you know I've been reading this book like crazy. I mean, this book really changed my idea of what marijuana is and what it can do. It's a very spiritual herb. It really is. A lot of people say smoking it is bad and this and that, but let me tell you something. There's a place in here, if I could find it real quick, where ancient tribes used to throw it on bushes, throw a bunch of it on a fire. I mean, a big bush of weed on the fire and all stand around and inhale it and ingest it and be high as fuck and have spiritual dreams at night and have visions, all kind of ecstatic visions and things of that nature. So I'm not promoting drugs in this video or nothing like that. I'm just letting you know to check out stuff for yourself. And this is one book that'll give you a lot of information, because there's a lot of misinformation out there. And this book right here, Green Gold, The Tree of Life, Marijuana and Magic and Religion. You see what I'm saying? So marijuana was used in magical practices, right? So I'm gonna see if I can find this one piece in here, and it talks about, here's one piece where it talks about the goddesses ingesting cannabis. So Brahman, this is on page 307, by the way, so if anybody ever grabs a book, you know what I'm saying, they can go and get it, read it. Brahman, which by the assumption of attributes becomes Ishvara, God or overlord. Ishvara has 3 aspects, right? Brahma, Shiva, and Vishnu, with their Shaktis or energies, Sarasvati, Devi, and Lakshmi, right? And there's Lakshmi right there. See that big statue right there? That's Lakshmi. You know what I'm saying? That's how come I'm so blessed, because Lakshmi is how I get my blessings. And that's a whole nother video anyway, but I just wanted to point out the goddess Lakshmi. The Shaktis are the feminine aspects of the deities. Each god has a feminine counterpart or aspect. These wives or the Shaktis are powers without whom there could be no creation or evolution. For example, the Shakti of Shiva is Devi, whose other names are Sati, Uma, Durga, Chandi, Parvati, Kali, right? It is she who is worshipped by many millions as the mother, and all these worshipers speak of God as she, right? Barbara Walker adds, Kali's worshippers plainly stated that she had hundreds of different names, but they were all the same goddess: Saraswati, Lakshmi, Gayatri, Durga, Annapurna, Sati, Uma, Parvati, Gari, Bagala, Mantangini, Dhumavati, Tara, Bharavi, Kundalini, Bharga, Devati, etc. All were Kali Mahadeva, the great goddess, the same title she bore among Western pagans. So all these goddesses used cannabis or bang or some type of intoxicant in their rituals. You feel me? So this book, Green Gold, they call it Green Gold, family. And this is the book saying, I ain't saying it, the book is saying it, right? Green Gold and the Tree of Life, Marijuana in Magic and Religion, by Chris Bennett, Lynn Osborne, and Judy Osborne. If you can find this book, family, get it. If you can find it, get it. It's worth its weight in gold. Trust me, it's worth its weight in gold. Then I got another book over here. You know, I come with more than one book when I come. Sometimes if I got more than one book on the subject. This book is called The Great Book of Hemp, the complete the complete guide to the environmental, commercial, and medicinal uses of the world's most extraordinary plant, family. That's right. The world's most extraordinary plant. Like I said, family, this plant was a whole industry for us. We made clothes out of it. We made rope out of it. We had so many uses out of it. It's probably something I'm not even going to mention in this video. If someone else going to do some research, I'm sure they'll find a lot more. But this is just the ones that I know of in this video. But family, by Rowan Robinson. This book is a must-have in your library, The Great Book of Hemp. It tells you all the uses. They made shoes out of it. As you can see, there's a pair of shoes right there. There's the rope. They made paper out of it to write on. They made hats. I mean, we did so much with hemp, family. That's why we have such a connection to it. You know what I'm saying? It's not because we drug addicts or we stuff like that. No. It's deeper than that, family. It's deeper than that, so you got to look deeper. So this book right here, The Great Book of Hemp by Rowan Robinson. Check it out. And I got the page marked that I want to read for y'all in this book. And this is deep. Right? So get ready for this, y'all. This is page 76 in The Great Book of Hemp, right? All right, here we go. Chinese shamans and religious adepts, according to a book published by the Cannabis using Ethiopian Zion Coptic Church, a Taoist priest writing in the 5th century BC testified that cannabis was used by necromancers. All right, y'all heard that, right? Cannabis was used by necromancers. I'm a necromancer. I talk to the dead all the time. You know what I'm saying? My ancestors, my uncles, my family, my great-grandmothers, all of them. That's why I'm able to do what I do. You know what I'm saying? Because of them. So, yeah, I'm in contact with them. But like it says, fam, I'm going to read that again. Taoist priest writing in the 5th century BC testified that cannabis was used by necromancers. And do the etymology on that word. I told y'all, and check out the video I did on that, necromancers, because I talk about, necromancy, right? And I'll do a whole breakdown of the etymology of the word. Now, testified that cannabis was used by necromancers in combination with ginseng to set forward time and reveal future events. Also surviving are ancient warnings that hallucinations will plague those who overindulge in muffin or hemp fruit. But that long-term usage helps one communicate with spirits and lightens one's body. I communicate with spirits all the time. So that's real shit. And I got homeboys that do too. I'm not gonna mention their name, but I got homeboys that can testify to this. It helps one communicate with spirits and lightens one's body. The oldest specific evidence of hemp consumption for spiritual purposes come from India, dating from roughly 1400 BC and containing far older material. The Indian religious text Atharva Veda mentions the sacred grass bang, the means by which one communes with Shiva, the deity or spiritual enlightenment in the Hindu Trinity. You feel me? And Shiva is another deity that y'all need to get do some research on. Because Shiva is just as important as Jesus, if not more. You feel me? So check out Shiva and his in his different aspects. But Shiva, the deity or spiritual enlightenment in the Hindu Trinity, the text implores the sacred plant to deliver us from calamity and to protect us against disease and all the demons. According to Indian tradition, the bang plant was produced when the gods churned the heavenly ocean using Mount Mandara as a stirring stick. A drop of nectar spilled onto the earth and hemp sprouted on the spot. Since the 10th century, this bang nectar, a gift from the gods and a favorite of the gods, Indra and Shiva. You heard that? Indra and Shiva, a favorite of them, right? So you wonder why you have such a connection to it. Now you know. And get this book, family, because it's very important to reading these books and understanding this stuff for yourself. Because you got a lot of people out here saying stuff, just to get views on videos or whatever it may have be. But I'm not really concerned with views on videos. If I help one person, that's good enough for me. You feel me? If I help one person, that's good enough for me. So like it says, a gift from the gods and a favorite of the gods, Indra and Shiva, has been called Indrakana, right? Recreational and religious use of hemp was common. Cannabis was extended from India to Persia and Assyria as early as 900 BCE. The Assyrians used hemp for incense in an age when ceremonial herbs were burned for more than just their fragrance. The well-known religious scholar Mercier Iliad remarks that shamanic ecstasy induced by hemp smoke was known in ancient Iran. And I could go on and on. You know what I'm saying? I could go on, family. Whole page. That's why books are important. And I want to say that all knowledge ain't in books, because I get knowledge by talking to the dead and talking to communicate with spirits and all kind of other ways. But books are very important because, like I said, reading is muscles to the mind, just like weights is muscles to the body. And then I got one more book, family. Last but not least. Yep. See, I'm pretty thorough when it comes to this stuff. You know what I'm saying? I don't play when it comes to this stuff. I really go and get the books, because to me, this is currency to me. These books. You see, I got dollar bills in here marking the pages, because this is nothing. This is about to be gone. I know we needed to pay our bills and all that, but you don't put it above human beings. You don't put it in front of people. You know what I'm saying? You use it for what you need and stuff like that, but that's it. You don't chase it. At least I don't. I don't chase money no more. Money chases me. But anyway, back to the content. This book is called The Holy Herb, right? The Holy Herb by Jeff Brown, right? Marijuana Sacrament, right? The Holy Herb. Let me get that on, make sure I get that. Everybody see that? Holy Herb. And then I want to read this little piece in here, as I always do, family. I want to read this little piece for y'all. Hold on, fam, a second, fam. Get some water. Getting a little thirsty here. Mouth's getting a little dry. Get me some water real quick. Mouth getting a little dry. Okay, family. Okay, this is page 21 in The Holy Herb by Jeff Brown. Okay, according to Professor Grammy Whittington and Jack Jarvis of the University of St. Andrews in Fife, Scotland, hemp was grown agriculturally in 10th century Scotland. Sediment from Kilconcord Loch near Fife had cannabis pollen. Cannabis from around the same time has been found in East Anglia, Wales, and in Finland. The hemp was found to have been grown in areas occupied by religious groups of time. Jarvis commented in an Omni interview, the decline of these ecclesiastical establishments may have coincided with the decline in the growing of hemp. Family, we are world-class people. We from around the world. You know what I'm saying? Africa is our home. You know what I'm saying? Africa is the throne, and the earth is the earth is our home. But Africa was the throne. You feel me? This whole globe belonged to us. There wasn't no part where we wasn't. You feel me? So in the 16th century Europe, Benedictine monk and qualified bachelor of medicine, Francois Rebellus, was persecuted by religious and civil authorities for the release of his books, Gargantua and Pantagruel. The author claimed that secret knowledge could be found by the studying of this book. In the book Pantagruel, Rebellus gives a distinct description of hemp, which we refer to as the herb Pantagruelion, right? And this is what he says. The leaves sprout out all around the stalk at equal distances, to the number of 5 or 7 at each level. And it is by special favor or nature that they are grouped in these 2 odd numbers, which are both divine and mysterious. The scent is strong and unpleasant to delicate nostrils, right? Then he goes on to say, Rebelli goes on to describe unmistakable usages of hemp. He says, all the cotton plants of Tylos on the Persian Gulf of Arabia and of Malta have not dressed so many people as this plant alone. It protects armies against cold rain much more effectively than did the skin tints of old. It protects theatres and amphitheaters against the heat. It is hung around woods and coppices for the pleasure of hunters. It is dropped onto sweet water and seawater for the profit of fishermen. It shapes and makes serviceable boots, high boots, leggings, shoes, pumps, slippers, and nail shoes by its boughs are strong, arbalest bent, and slings made, right? So this is all the things they was doing with him, making shoes, sweet waters, teas, pumps, slippers, all kind of stuff, right? And then, I'm not finished. I'm about to end the video in a minute, family, but I'm not finished. Rebellus ends a chapter devoted to the herb Pentagruon with the following mysterious message. Check this out, family. And Mary our goddess, which is their one means of rising to be gods. In the end, they decided to deliberate on a means of preventing this and called a council. What Rebellus is referring to by Mary, our goddess, is the spiritual marriage with one's higher self, right? The imagery is used often in Gnostic and Zoroastrian literature. The last sentence of the chapter could very well refer to the formation of the politically motivated Roman Catholic Church when sects like the Gnostics and Essenes were driven underground or wiped out. You know, them was niggas, because they treating us the same way, drive us underground and try to wipe us out. They've been trying to wipe us out, but they can't do it, and they never will. We will always be here. You know what I'm saying? They will never wipe us out. And it is as this time when the sacrament disappeared from the script. And this is echoed in Timothy 4:35 in the New Testament, forbidding certain marriages and commanding to abstain from meats which God hath created to be received with thanksgiving of them which believe and know the truth. Genesis 1 refers to meat as herbs and the seed of herbs. And it says, by the middle of the 19th century, the medicinal uses of the cannabinoids passed from Europe to North America. Many cannabis preparations were available at the corner drugstore. In 1857, Fitzhugh Ludlow acquired a tincture of the indica variety while living in Poughkeepsie, New York. He paid 6 cents a dose for it in the form of Tidings extract. Ludlow, then only 16, and with his imagination inflamed 1,001 nights, declared hemp the drug of the traveler, which allowed him to journey mentally around the globe as well into the higher, more mystic regions. His experience eventually led him to write The Hashish Eater, America's first native contribution to the literature on hemp pies. So family, if you smoke weed or marijuana and you feel bad about it, or you ever felt bad about it, you shouldn't. Do some research about it, family. I just gave you 3 books. And all of these books, this one you might not find, but you never know. If you're a researcher and search books like me, you might go get it, because that's what I do. I you know what I'm saying? I ain't new to this. I'm true to this. I live this. So this one might be hard to find, but it's probably out there. You probably can get it. This one I know you can find. These 2 I know they're out there. These are very easily found. This one you may have a problem with because it's dropping some serious. It's dropping some serious in here, boy. You get this one, you got some gold. You feel me? So again, my name is Michael Jordan. I am the Sirius Alchemist. If you appreciate my content, please like and subscribe to the video. You know what I'm saying? I got a lot more coming. If you would like a reading from me, hit me up on my email. I'm gonna leave my email down in the description box. Again, Michael Jordan. I'm the Sirius Alchemist. Till the next time. Peace.